Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how we can run a cloud SQL service in Google Cloud and connect it to Cloud Run using a private IP address as well as a public IP address. Let's get started. This total solution I'm going to use Cloud Run, Cloud SQL, and then Cloud Bill as well. And also I'm going to create some VPC connections as well to have the private connection between Cloud SQL and the Cloud Run. So let's get started. First things that I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you the codes and things like everything. So this is the plan. So I'm going to connect it to private IP address and then with the public IP address as well. So let's start with the public IP address first. That's the easiest thing to do. So first of all, you need to go to Google Cloud and just type SQL. Then you can find manage SQL services. So you will get it a screen like this, and from here you can like start creating your instance. I'm gonna select the Postgres SQL, and then make sure you give your instance the name. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it my life easy, I'm going to copy the instance name that I have given already, so it's easier. And then just give a password. This part was for the default access for the admin Postgres, and keep the version same, and then select the enterprise, and from here go for the sandbox, because you can see that normal version, production version costs you around $1 something. So sandbox would be the easiest one where you can save some money. So since this is for the testing, I would go with the sandbox, and single source zone is fine. And then for the show other configurations and go, we don't need to change any storage or any machine size, and by default it select public IP address, so I'm not going to change anything here as well, because we are going to use public IP address here. And then in the data protection section, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to change anything, but I'm going to change this enable delete protection. So basically on clicking this, you will able to delete your instance without come and edit here back again. So let me create the instance. I'm not going to change any of the other conditions here. I'm just going to say create instance. For the first time to create this instance might take about 3 to 4 minutes. So I would wait. During this time I'll take you through the code while this get created. So let's have a look on our code. So with the public IP address, so I have create a website template with the static CSS file, and then couple of web pages, so that we do some submissions and things like that, so to make it more kind of a real life scenario. And we have a Docker file to create our solution, and then there are two method of two app.py file. I'll take you through this, guys. So one is we are used directly, this one you can directly run through GitHub code space, because I have set it up service account and all the passwords and everything. This is directly to the Cloud Run, and also we have a Cloud Bill created here as well. So here you can if you can have your own service account, or otherwise you can delete this particular part and this two line. Then it will be a default cloud computing service account, but make sure you give access to necessary actions to Cloud Bill, and also go to the cloud default computing service account, and add access to the cloud SQL as well. So make sure you give the permissions if you are using the default service account by deleting this one. This is just we are using environment variable here, so we have defined them in our code itself. If you look at it, so we are asking to take it from environment variable. So in the cloud build, we are giving these the what are the like name and everything in our code. So then it will automatically pick it up in as a variable. So let me show you in the real code, the one that I'm going to run. If you look at it, it's the same thing. And in the cloud build, I have defined the instance names and things like that, which we can take it from there. So let's see whether our instance is created. Still is getting created, guy. So this might already taken 2 minutes. It still haven't created. So meantime, if you wanted to go through our codes, it's just a simple code, guys. Just try to connect it to get from the connection and create the connection, and then SQL Alchemy to do the connection part, and then just a small Flash app, guys. So let's see again whether our database is created. Okay, guys, I'm gonna pass forward here. Let's connect back when the our SQL PostgreSQL is available. Okay, guys, now we can see our PostgreSQL service database is available. Let's start doing the connection. So I'm going to open my GitHub code space. So let me make it bigger for you guys. So that you can see the code. So what I'm going to do is here, let's start running our code. So first of all, I'm going to show you that how can I run your code directly from in GitHub code space directly. So let me show you that. I'm going to go with go to the so this is the code that I am using for directly run. So you can see that I have defined this variable. So to directly run, so let me take you to code space. So you need to make sure that if you are doing running a directly, this variable is already defined. So you need to make sure this variable are already defined in your GitHub account. So you need to make sure go here and go to settings, and then secret and variable code space, and define this variable. So you need to have this already defined, so otherwise you will not be able to run it. These are secret, so the password and username and things like that, so that you can access them through the your code, because that's a secure way to keep your password and things like that. So in here I have just given directly the name, but in this variable, which is my access to Google Cloud service account, which is as an environment variable. So if you want these things also, you can define the same way. Okay, guys, before we get started, we need to create the database and create the username, and also create the password and things like that. So what we can do is, for that you can go to Google Cloud Shell. So but to find the Google Cloud Shell, one way you can do is that from here you can go for the terminal, activate Cloud Shell, and then it will open a terminal. Or otherwise, if you want the bigger versions like this, you can Google Cloud Shell, like Google, let me Google Cloud Shell editor, and then from there you can go inside, and from here you can go inside and open from here this one. From this one you can open from that. So this will give you this kind of an interface where you can see your code file, very similar to VS Code. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the logging part. So what you can do is you can directly log in like this, or otherwise you can cloud config project setting also, you can use that code as well to connect it to a cloud project. So let me make it bigger. So now what we have to do is we need to connect it to our we need to create the data in SQL. We need to create the connection to this instant, and also we need to make sure that we created the our database and also access to username and things like that. So let's run the first command. This is just giving you the descriptions of your database. We create the cloud command to describe Postgres 1, that's our database name, Postgres database name. Let's run that command and see what's the output we are going to get. Okay guys, so let's run. So this is going to give you the description of is asked you to authorize description of your Postgres SQL, how the size, retention period, and all the information from here. And then the next one I'm going to run is that I'm going to create the user and the password for that user. Okay, let's run that command, guys. Okay, it will going to create you a user. You can see that it create a user, and then we need to create the database as well. Here database name Cloud Run, and we are going to create that. Let me run that command. Okay guys, we just created the Cloud Run, and also here if you look at our code, we have our own table. If you can see that we are using a table. So if you look at it, we in here we are using the table called name, age, country, and value, etc. That's not is created in our if you look at our private connection code, this is the code like to run to create it one, but even though we created it with the private, in public version, public IP address, we don't have that table. So we need to make sure that we create that table. In order to create that table, you need to do connect it to our cloud SQL server. So how you can connect it is that you can run this command, connect. This is only can be done to the when you have a private IP address only. But if you have it's only having a public IP address only. Otherwise you can't do it. In order to do that, you need to open a VM in the same region if you wanted to connect into your private IP address one. Since this is a public version, public IP address one, since it's our public IP address, we can use the cloud shell to log in. So I'm going to run it. It's going to create our connections. It's going to take a couple of minutes to get everything ready. So let me get a couple of commands to run. So this is just to list all the databases itself. This is just to see the table. This is to connect. This is if you are trying to use connecting using PSQL command. If you are using a private version, this is how you can log into your SQL server. I'll show you guys. Let's see whether our address is okay. Our password, you just have to give the password. So our connection is right. So let's see our what are the database inside. So by default there are few, and also we have our one that create Cloud Run. You can see there's a Cloud Run. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to run this particular command to create the table. So let's see, run this command to see whether is there any table. No table. Let's create the table that we want. So what I'm gonna do is that just copy this, and then it will create the table for us. Okay, create a table. Let's see whether the table is there. You can see that employee table is created, which is required to in our code make sure that we get the data from that and everything. So connections and things like that, we save the value there. So let's the connections and everything is fine now, guys. So let's go to our file. This is a public address connection. First of all, I'm going to run this through this variable, like I said, set it in the code space. You make sure you set it up in your code space if you are running through the code space, and give the service account detail. And these are the variable. You can save these also the same way. This is a connection, so let me run this is in from here. So in order to do that, I need to change this one to another name. Let me rename, because this is going to be we need one to, okay, and then this is a GitHub one. I'm gonna change this to app, because I'm going to change back is to app.py, because guys, in our Docker file, it's referring to app.py, and also our HTML file and everything also refer app.py. It's easier to go through app.py. That's the default name that we are normally using in real world. So let me run this one. Just close this one and then keep this one. Okay guys, so let me close this. Go to the public IP address, this one, the connections, and then I'm going to run from here. So it's going to create the service and open in your browser. So this is our small app. It has a web form to submit your data. So let's submit something. Some name and give a age, and then country Canada or some other country, and you can see submit successfully. You can get the name here, and I think I spelled Paul wrong. That's fine, guys. And the detail will appear here. This is coming from Cloud. This data is directly saved to what do you call Cloud PostgreSQL. So let's try another name. So I'm gonna do a random name and then random age, and then I'm gonna select USA and then do submission, and then go back. You will see that these values are directly coming from PostgreSQL. If you look at the code, this is the submission form submission, and here this is we are retaining the data, taking the data from our database, connecting to the database and taking the data from that. That's the basic idea here. So let's build this as an app. So you can see this is app. Let me close this one. I'm gonna stop that, and then also I'm gonna go to my cloud code phase and then stop that service as well, and then revert back to this back again to normal name. So I'm gonna say GitHub. Don't worry guys, I'm going to share all the code, so you will have access to everything. I'm going to change back this to rename, and I'm going to change back to app.py, and then I'm going to do the saving. Let me save the files. Okay guys, so now I'm going to use that one. The difference is here, now I'm going to launch this one to directly using Cloud Build. So you can see I have given where I can save our file in Docker containers, and then building our app using the variable. I haven't give you a service account here. By default, it's going to use a cloud computing service account, but I have given the cloud service account required permission to run the Cloud SQL. So if you are interested in how this connections on Docker file in artifact registry and things like that, please go to my channel and watch this cloud build video, cloud run video, and then the secret manager, and then this one as well. These three explain you bit further how those services can be integrated. I'm not going to do it here guys, then this video will take a long time to like would be about 1-2 hours. So let me start doing this. So everything is done here guys. Now the app.py is fine, everything is saved. What I'm going to do is now save everything, and nothing to commit to the back to GitHub. So now I'm going to go to my Cloud Shell. I'm going to open a new terminal, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to the location that I have that because we need to get this file to the Google Cloud Shell. What you can do is you can do git clone from that. You can download this file to Cloud Shell if you put git clone and then clone your file. So I have already done that file. So let me go to the location that I have my files. This project cd cloud run ls cd cloud run app ls, and then cd cloud public app. So if you look at it here, all the files is here. You can see I have a Docker file, and then cloud build file, and requirement and status and everything. So before I go further, I'm going to do a git pull as well, so that the latest file will come. So let me do that. Okay guys, I'm going to do a git pull to get the latest file, so everything up to date, so nothing has changed. So what I'm going to do, go back here. I'm going to now do the cloud build command. So git, it should be g cloud build submit -- I'm going to give the region. For me it would be US Central. You can define your range, Central 1, and then -- config, and then we need to give our config file. That would be cloud build dot YAML. So that's the YAML file that we are using to do the cloud build file. So just click on the just run it. It will start creating our Docker files. So let me show where those files going to create it. So let me go to artifact registry. That's where you have your Docker image in Google Cloud. In here, for me, in the in our Cloud YAML file, it says we are going to put it to my Cloud SQL, and the tag is product 1. And make sure in this cloud build file you change this variable. So this is instant connection name. You can find it that from here. This is the instance connection, your instant name and the region. Make sure you change that, and then give the username and password and the database name, because those variable will be taken by the automatically from here, because this is a kind of a commercial way of doing thing. Because if I do in a real life, it would be very similar to like this. You have your variable. In actually commercial series, this would be like in a secret manager, which I'm going to show in with the private IP address in the next example. So let's show how the things were going. It's just creating the file, and you can see it says successfully launch our service as well. So let us go to the our cloud SQL. If you go inside, you can see just now they have launched a new image. So let me duplicate and go to cloud run. So if you go to cloud run now, this is serverless containerized application run. I have done few videos on this. Please do watch them if you need to get the basic concept of it. So if you click on here, I have created unauthentication versions of it. So if you click this one, you will see the same app here. Actually, you will see able to see the all variable as well, because we are accessing the same database. So I'm gonna give another add another detail. I'm gonna say some name and then give your age, and then I'm gonna give India. Let's give, and then submit, and then go back. That's going to appear. So this app is directly running. So this is in the internet, over the Google Cloud through URL. So this is not on running on your local computer or Jupyter Cloud GitHub code space. So this can be enable you to like other people to have access. So here, if you go to environment variable section, this is for definitions and things like that, and the CPU allocations, maximum request per second, those are automatically set it up, and you can see there's an environment variable defined. These are in here. This is how you using the public IP address. Now the next version is using the private IP address here. So in your database, then there won't be a public IP address, and it would be more secure. That's how normally we do in a commercial environment. So let me do that part as well. Before we do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete everything again. Make sure you delete as well. Cloud Run service normally so only costs when you are running, when you click on the link, but also you get like so much of free requests at the beginning. So you need to delete this one, and make sure you delete your instance as well. Let me delete it, because we need to create a new one with the private IP address. Okay guys, let's delete this instance. So the deletion also going to take a bit of a time, guys. So meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the code. Now if you try to log it, it's not going to work. So let's check. So it's getting deleted, guys. So let's give a couple of minutes to that to be deleted, and then our Cloud Run is already got deleted. And I wanted to show you the cloud build also, where our cloud YAML file, how that is work. If you go to cloud build, this is the CI/CD continued integration in Google Cloud, which you can integrate it to this. You can see this just 1 minute ago. If you look at the time, it's created here from cloud storage. And here is where you can do the settings of giving access to all this service account, things like that. If you want to look at this area, you can go and watch my cloud build video, then you will get a better understanding. You make sure in cloud build you give a required permissions. Basically, you have to give to access to in here. From here, you need to give access to secret manager for the next one. We are saving our password and everything as a secret, and also you need to access to give run as a what you call a secret service account. That also need to be included, and access to Cloud Run as well. So make sure you give this permission from here. Inside you will see those information. Let me show you guys that part. So you make sure you give these permissions from there, otherwise you will not able to run as a private account, with the private IP address. Okay guys, so let me take back again, and then let's see whether our cloud run is deleted, whether our SQL server is deleted. Yes guys, confirming it's deleted, so that's fine. So let's start creating back again Cloud SQL. First PostgreSQL, and then again we need to give our instance name. So and I'm going to copy paste one of this name. I'm not going to type it guys, one spelling mistake can ruin the video. So let's go create, and then just give a password. This is for the default, and that's fine. And then again enterprise, and make sure you select sandbox again. And I'm not gonna change the region, but in the configuration options we are going to change few things. So one is no more public IP address, we are only private, so it would be more secure. Its traffic will go through the Google Cloud only, not through the internet. And here you need to select default. If you haven't set it up, this one, when there's it will automatically appear something to be created here. Just go through the instruction guys, it will automatically create one for you in network page. So nothing technical here, you just have to select one, go the instruction and put a IP address, then it should be fine. It will create one for you successfully by automatically. And then delete protection back again. I'm gonna make sure that disable, so that we can delete the instance without changing. So let's create the instance. Again guys, this is going to take a couple of minutes to create. So meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the code part. So here a bit different, slightly different. So you can see the Docker file. These again we are using the environment variable method, and this settings also a bit different. And we are creating the database. It's using the connection itself, because we can't remotely connect it. If you want to remotely connect it to your private cloud SQL PostgreSQL, you need to have a VM. I'll show you how to connect that part as well. So having inside the code itself, we don't need to create it our table. We can use this code to create. If you in the real life, if you want, you can delete this command so that the table will be created using the VM, connection through the VM. This is just to make it our life easier. And you can see everything, the connections and the normal detail, that's same as that. And but the difference is in the cloud build. Here we are using the secret account, service account. We are taking a new service account, but the service account is in our secret manager. If you go, let me show you what I mean that. If you go duplicate and then go to secret manager, so secret manager. So in here I have defined our secrets. If you look at it, these the names, database and things like that, and then access key. I have done a video here how to use the secret manager. So please go and watch that video if need more information on that. Okay guys, so those variables are by access from here. So basically in cloud build, we'll go to that secret manager and take that variable. And when doing the building part, you can see its code is a bit different because we are using it's go to that location and get the file and give the role invokers and things like that. So you need to make sure that configurations is different. And also in here, if you can see that we are using another cloud build YAML file. So cloud build call the another deployment YAML file to run the Cloud Run. So in here you get the service account. Let me take you through the VPC connection next, and then here that the secret manager's key. This is the actually one that we need to change. This is the instant private IP address. You can save this as also as a secret in the secret manager, but I haven't done that here, just to show that I show you guys that I'm changing this part. Okay guys, so let's see whether our PostgreSQL is available. It still is going creating, guys. So it's going to take a couple of more minutes to get created. And another thing I wanted to talk about is that you might be already asking question about this VPC connection. So in order to connect to the Cloud PostgreSQL, you need access through VPC connection, because otherwise it can't communicate with that Cloud Run. So in order to communicate with the Cloud Run, you need a VPC connection, VPC access. So that's how you can connect to the Cloud SQL, PostgreSQL to the Cloud Run app. So I have done a, I'll show you that when I'm creating it. So let me look at it whether our database is created, guys. Okay guys, still it's getting created, guys. So I'm gonna pause the video here and join back again when the our PostgreSQL is available. Okay guys, you can see our PostgreSQL is available now. Before going any further, doing anything else, we need to create a VPC connection as well. So let's type serverless VPC. VPC. So you should be serverless VPC access. So go here and you make sure you create a connection. This is the one that we use to connect with the Cloud Run to Cloud PostgreSQL. So let me create the connections. So I'm going to give a name. Make sure you give the same name in your YAML file. If you go here, can you see that Redis VPC? Make sure that you create the same name. Otherwise, it will be, and the subnet custom range. And this is the default one. You suggests in here the 10.20. So this is should work for a normal connection, any service, because it is normally available. And also in scaling setting, what you can do is make it if you want like 3 and make it to micro, because we don't need 200 MB. If you can see, guys, this mic is 200 MB. That's a large data transfer space. We don't need that. Just to test it out. So let's make it micro so that we save some money, even or a couple of cents. Let's create that. This is also going to take a bit of a time, guys. Meantime, what I can do is that I can start creating the other stuff, creating the database and things like that. So clear. Okay, let me go to our PostgreSQL. If you can see that there is no public IP address now. So but still you can use the cloud shell to connect it to get the descriptions and things like that. So let's start get the description. Okay guys, I'm running it. Description, you will get your same informations, versions and things like that. And then let's see, let's create our user. So it's going to create our user, and then next one we are going to create our database. Let me create the database. Okay, that's creating our database. Now let's try to connect using this connection that we use to public IP with the PostgreSQL with the public IP address. We try to connect using this command. We try to do the same thing for the private one as well. I'm going to show you. It will take a bit of a time to get the error message, guy. The meantime, you see why it's not able to connect here. It says public IP address is not available. The error message. So if you wanted to connect, you need to connect through the VM. So let's create a VM as well, and so that I can show you that how you can make the connection if you want. If you want to like bulk load data or something like that. Let me check that the VPC connection is ready. So let me open a new tab and go to the VM. Let's compute engine. So create instance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a normal name. That's more than general purpose, should be fine. I'm going to give, let's say, standard and the normal one, and then access to change, give like a bit of a hard drive, let's say 20 just in case, and then default access and access to all the API address and allow, and that's it, guys. So I'm gonna create this one. So if you want, you can have this code saved somewhere else to run it like normally when in a commercial environment, or use a Terraform to can create your cloud instance. That is easy, guys, when you creating the same instance over and over again. So this is going to take a couple of seconds to connect, guys. Okay, meantime, what I'm going to do is that let me go to Cloud Shell and show you that. Can you see that the error message? Error. The client scene does not have IPv connected in the database instance and does not have the IP port. So that means we cannot connect it using the public, using this command to the private PostgreSQL database. So let me our instance available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open our Cloud Shell. Let's get open that. It's going to take a couple of seconds, guys, for this to be available. I'm going to stop video here, guys, and then okay, guys, our one is available. Let me make it a bit bigger so that you can also see the command. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all install the sudo PostgreSQL. Okay, let's install that. So that's done. I'm not going to have to update all versions and things like that. That's done. And then I'm going to use this command to get connected to that. Okay, let me open it. Okay, let me type clear so that we can clearly see, and make sure you change the IP address. So you go to PostgreSQL and click this IP address, and then go back to SSH window again, and then let's change this, our IP address. So our new IP address is, okay, guys, there's a space, let me delete that. Okay, let's password, the password that you set it up. Okay, guys, I think I password is okay. The connection is made. So now you can run the same command to see the same things like database. You can see, and then to see the table you can write db and then there's a no table, no find no table, any table. So I'm not going to create a table here, as I explain it here in our code. In private IP address, I have already it. If it's not available, create the table. So I just wanted to show you that we can create the table in the code itself as well. So one other thing we have to do before go build our app, we need to change, go here, and then let's go to this and go on with the public private IP address. And in here in the cloud build, you need to change the cloud deploy one. You need to change this IP address. So for that, again, go to PostgreSQL and copy this IP address, and then do the changes to this one. So I'm going to change the IP address and then do the saving, and then I'm going to do a git push as well, so that it will go to the git my GitHub account. And then next thing you have to do is that go to your Cloud Shell and go locations where I do git pulling, so that I do git pull. So you will see everything get updated. You can verify that whether the app.py got updated. From here you go to the location that you have your file, and then go to the cloud deployed and see whether this new IP address has come. So that would be 13.407.13. So that, just check it. Yes, the new file is come. So everything good, guys. So let's start deploying our app. I wanted to make sure. Say it again. You make sure that you have your in secret manager. In this one, we are using secret. If you look at secrets, and then again here secret manager. So make sure you create your secrets in secret manager. If you want to learn about how to do that, there's a video in my YouTube channel, and go watch that. And then it's really important. And then also make sure your service account, which is using it here, the definition of service account, the service account that we are having on the secret manager, have the required permissions to access Cloud Run, and then CloudSQL and Cloud Build and things like that. If you can, you just give the owner basic permission. If you don't know how to control all of those things separately, that would do the trick as well. Okay, guys, so let's start running our creating our app. So let me clean everything. Clear. Okay, and ls I need to go to back to again public IP address. So cd cloud with private IP address. So let's see, the file is right. We have all those files, required files. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to run the same command, gcloud build submit and -- region. For me it's US central 1, and then -- config, and then cloudbuild.yaml. So that's the file, everything. So let's run the code. It's start going to create all this. Again, you go through the, let me show you in the cloud build what's going on. You can see that it's already start creating a new build. This is a new build, and then there would be a new image is going to our artifact registry. Where is that artifact registry? I think I have changed that. Let me open it and show you again. Where you have your images, artifact registry. the new image gonna get uploaded here. So this one, you can see it should be a new one coming. It's the old one. It's still, let's see, that's where the code is running, still building. Don't worry guys, I'm going to share all the codes and command and everything in GitHub so that you can access everything. So I wouldn't worry about it. You just have to watch the video and run the same code with the same command. You can build the same product that I'm developing now. Okay guys, this might take a couple of minutes to create. Let me okay guys, it's almost done. The image got uploaded. Let me show you, and our source is successful as well. So let me go to the building part is done, and then artifact registry, secret manager, and then so image. You can see there will be a new one just now, and then let's go to our cloud run. So there would be a new service available here. Okay, and then let me open and go to the URL. You will see the same thing, but we will not see the old data because we created a new PostgreSQL. So let me give some information again. Let's say some random name, and then some random age, and then some random country. I'm going to put the USA, and then go back. This is there, so it will show you that it's accessing your PostgreSQL. So if I close it back again, and you will see the old data because we are accessing the PostgreSQL. So if you go to Cloud Run, I will show you how our system is currently working, set it up. You can see there are environment variable and also secret. The importance of the secret is that you are not showing these values. That's what matters in a commercial environment. And health checks and the connections and everything is done, guys. So this is the simple normal app how you can create connection between Cloud Run, Cloud PostgreSQL using a private IP address. This is everything on this video, guys. Before you go, make sure you delete all the services. You create a VM with me, just make sure you delete that, and you make sure go to the VPC serverless, delete that as well. And also you need to make sure you delete your PostgreSQL. So go here and delete it. You need to give the name, and also you need to make sure you delete your Cloud Run app as well. Okay, let me delete that. Okay, go back. Okay, delete from here. So that's all for this video, guys. Make sure put your comments and anything that you want me to do in future video, and please do subscribe, and thanks for watching this video.